once again, I will go over more stamp varieties and some points of interest. My emphasis is for a large part on cancels. Here are 3 examples of Hong Kong stamps used in Shanghai as one of numerous treaty ports. These stamps are of lower value, but there are many possibilities of good catalog value stamps with other treaty port postmarks. Some carry a numeral cancel, for which you may have to refer to your catalog for identification and value. These Austrian stamps have a lot to look for. For example, the different perforations such as comb perforation, line perforation, and so on. Plate flaws, watermarks, and color. So check them out closely because some of these can be rather expensive. And here are a few more that need checking out for the previously mentioned criteria. These German DDR or German Democratic Republic stamps come in very nice blocks with very nice postmarks centrally applied. Very nice way to collect stamps as well. These Bavaria stamps of Germany all were properly expertized. The expertizing covered paper type, color, and cancels in this particular group. Here are the identifications of the various expertizer markings. For example, right here is the expertizer's name with the BPP behind it. This X signifies the paper type on this one as well. Here we have a W. It's a different paper. And here we have a VC. The V is for the paper and the C is for the color. And again, here is the expertiser's name and the organization of the expertisers in this is a group in Germany. And the circular mark here signifies that the stamp is genuine and also that the cancel is genuine. On the bottom row we have similar markings. The one different is the one in the lower right, which was done by a different expertiser, and the same group of expertisers, BPP. The marking here signifies a favor cancel, so not a postal cancel. Therefore, catalog value of this particular stamp is a fraction of if it were a real postal cancel. Here we have an interesting souvenir sheet with a first day cancel and a decent catalog value and even a better hammer price. As far as the auction house was concerned, that was all there was to it. Well, actually, there was more to it. A lot more. Now look at the enlargement. A major plate flaw, and yes, right here, this white area by the date. And yes, this item now catalogs $600 plus. I feel the $50 total for this item was well spent, don't you? In stark contrast to the previous auction lot, another auction house offered this German local cover with incorrect and misleading information. They call the 20 here in the circle as 20 postage due marking. They should be embarrassed because that is totally wrong and misleading to some. It is in fact a postal code which an auction house should be familiar with. Secondly, their estimate of $300, even in Canadian currency, is way out of line. For the whole souvenir sheet, on cover, it would be full catalog value. I watched the auction to the finish, and with a few bids, this cover actually sold to someone for $108 Canadian plus expenses. This cover should have sold for maximum $50, absolute tops. So, be aware of what you consider buying and learn your collecting area well. As I showed you in these two auction examples, that your knowledge can make you a good deal, or if you're not paying attention, a not so good deal. Again, try to have accurate and detailed reference material. Otherwise, it can result in an uncertain guessing game. Remember, anyone can be a stamp dealer or open an auction house. But does that really mean they always know more than you do? This was my question from my previous video. Which do you think is the most expensive stamp shown here? We will get to that shortly. Let's start out gently with this nice 1928 South Africa registered cover and a block of Ted Besch early stamps. I do not have a cover value, but the stamps alone used catalog a minimum of $36. Very nice item, clean, and how a cover collector probably likes it. I know I do. Absolutely a not obvious little treasure have we here. If unrecognized, these stamps will have a minimum catalog value instead of approximately $50. Isn't it worth a little time and investigative fun to check postmarks, especially if the stamps are in such excellent condition? We have a similar situation with this 4 Martian Queen Victoria stamp. And yes, this is the runner-up. Clean and nice catalog value. The significance here is the colored through paper. A word of caution. A used stamp should definitely be expertized. Don't get talked into paying good money when the seller, and I here have heard this frequently, would say, "Oh, it looks good to me." Be very careful. Well, and finally, here it is. This absolute beauty with a gentle, clear, socked-on-the-nose cancel can hardly be any more appealing. This, I feel, is what cancel collecting is all about, including, of course, an excellent condition of the stamp. In this combination, perhaps even another rarity factor as well as buying appeal. So, which one of you got it right? Please let me know in the comments below. I'd be very interested. Here, just another illustration of a few examples of sound stamps with great cancels. So, check your stuff accurately. You never know, unless you do, whether you have that treasure that's hiding amongst all your stamps. Good luck. Hopefully you will give me a thumbs up and click on my subscribe button. I would so much appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. My channel, Stamps MyFunThings. Thanks again.